Hi, thank you for joining me today for Maxzyne's adventure. This is her very first one. It was my first book in the adventure series, Maxzyne Meets the Mannequins. And today, we're just starting it. And we're going to start out with chapter 1. It's titled Polly. I wish I could play with you, Maxzyne breathes to the colorful poodle mannequin on the other side of the glass. The puff of warm air leaves a tiny burst of fog on the window of the old department store. She admires the large Easter egg the dog holds between two paws. I'd sure have fun in a place that believes in polka dot poodles. I wish you were real. She quickly traces a heart on the glass before the fog disappears. Maxzyne, did you hear me? Maxzyne imagines the poodle rushing to the window, barking excitedly. In her mind, she sees the dog roll the egg her way, inviting her to play. The delightful fantasy vanishes as Mother hurries over, shopping bags in hand. She frowns, sidestepping a puddle of cappuccino that stains the sidewalk. A light gust of wind swirls the hem of her stylish cashmere sweater coat and tugs at the crackling white tissue paper in the bags she carries. Mother shivers and sighs with impatience. She raises dark sunglasses that make her look like an owl and peers at the window display. What is it this time? If there's a distraction to be found, you'll find it. So what's got your head in the clouds now? That poodle, look! He's helping the blonde girl hide the eggs by the chair over there. See? Mother glances at the old-fashioned Easter scene. A smartly dressed couple exchanges Easter baskets. Nearby, kneeling beside a Chippendale chair, their daughter hides eggs with the poodle. With a quick nod, Mother pulls the sunglasses back down over her eyes. Very nice, but we don't have time for this right now, do we? She playfully tugs one of Maxzyne's braids where a strand of hair has escaped. Your father expects our bags to be packed when he gets home tonight, she reminds her daughter. We have to be at the airport early tomorrow. Glancing at the window again, she pauses. Those mannequins are different, aren't they? They must be quite old. I wonder where they've been hiding all these decades. Maxzyne sighs, trailing her finger across the glass. She stops in front of the blonde girl mannequin. She admires her smocked yellow and white dress trimmed with daisies and the wide matching ribbon that pulls her hair into a tight ponytail. Behind the girl, her mannequin parents pretend to cover their eyes. Oh, aren't they cute? Maxzyne gushes. I bet her poodle even talks. Listen. Maxzyne holds her ear to the window, grinning. He just told me he knows where all the Millennium Park eggs are hidden. I know where this is going, young lady. Before your imagination runs wild, as it usually does, no. There will not be a puppy in your Easter basket, nor a cell phone. You're just lucky we're going to the beach and getting away from this awful weather. Mother shivers again. She shifts her bags to one hand and pulls her shawl collar higher on her neck. But we'll miss the big Easter egg hunt in the park. Oh, please, can't we stay here for once? I could sleep over with Erica and Gail. They're going. It's not fair. Give up our spring beach week. Our plans are made. She raises her sunglasses to look directly at Maxzyne. And no sleepovers till you're 13. You know the rules. Looking down the sidewalk in the direction of home, Mother turns to leave. But it's so boring when it's just us. Dad's always working. Even on vacation, he's on the phone or his computer with Someone pushes between them, interrupting Maxzyne's plea. Maxzyne glances at the tall black woman trailing a beat-up suitcase and clutching a dingy, overstuffed shopping bag. The hood of her long red cape shadows her eyes. It gives her an air of mystery, Maxzyne thinks. The young girl grows more fascinated when the woman smiles and begins talking to the mannequin girl beside the poodle in the window. Yoo-hoo, Missy, look at those pretty daisies you're showing today. Mighty fine, mighty fine. Immediately, Mother's nose begins to twitch. Her lips purse tightly in annoyance. She grabs her daughter by the coat collar and begins to back away. But before Mother can get far enough, the homeless woman pulls a small painting from her bag. She pushes it into Maxzyne's hand. Mother strides off, dragging her daughter along. See what I mean? Mother's eyes flash. Really, Maxzyne, your silly daydreaming attracts all sorts, doesn't it? Now come on. She takes her daughter by the hand. With her free hand, Maxzyne raises the rough paper to eye level and smiles. Awesome! Swirls of pastel polka dots decorate a white poodle just like the one in Crown's Emporium window. Had the stranger read her mind? She turns, hoping to see the stranger. Perhaps there is still time to thank her. But Mother simply walks faster until a muffled ringtone claims her attention. Releasing Maxzyne's hand, she reaches inside her oversized purse. It's your father. He said he'd call about now. She pulls out a turquoise cell phone. Hello there. In a flash, Maxzyne is off. Her blue high-top sneakers sprint down the sidewalk and her braids bounce. Now, where'd that lady go, she wonders, looking up and down the street. She can't be far, right? To her left, there is a flash of red. The woman stands in a crowd of pedestrians at the intersection of State and Randolph. She is waiting for the light to change. Maxzyne darts through the crowd. She tugs at the stranger's grimy red cape from behind. Hey, lady, hey, I need to know her name. What's her name? Maxzyne shouts above the roar of taxi horns. The woman doesn't answer. You call her something, don't you? The woman still does not look at Maxzyne. She pulls her battered suitcase closer to the curb as the pedestrian light flashes white to cross. The crowd moves forward. Well, I'm calling her Polly, like polychromatic, Maxzyne continues. I learned in art class it means lots of colors, like the rainbow or a kaleidoscope. She holds out the painting, waiting for the woman to say something. Finally, the strange woman turns. She touches one of Maxzyne's shiny barrettes. Her brown eyes crinkle around the edges as she gives a half smile before stepping off the curb. Okay, well, thank you, Maxzyne calls after her. Maxzyne! Mother's shout is clearly angry. Maxzyne turns to look. Mother stands several yards away, her sunglasses pushed high on her forehead. Her dark eyes blaze. There isn't much time. Maxzyne fumbles with her small canvas bag, fingers searching for the zipper. Hey, I have to go, she calls to the homeless woman. But wait, here. Unzipping her purse, she pulls out several dollars. For the painting, okay? Suddenly, a city crossing guard blows his whistle, making Maxzyne jump. The green bills flutter to the sidewalk. They land near the woman's scuffed black boots. You see that light? It means move, folks. Blowing his whistle again, the guard waves his arms impatiently. Maxzyne hops backward on the curb. She carefully rolls up the dog picture until it fits neatly in her hand. Beside her, The woman stoops to pick up the bills, crumpling them into her coat pocket. Seconds before the light changes, the stranger crosses the street. She does not look back once. "Okay, so thanks," Maxzyne calls. "I'll take good care of her. Polly, I mean." She clutches the painting to her chest. She dashes down the sidewalk toward her mother, whose lips are pressed tight. There are 2 frown lines between her carefully plucked eyebrows. Maxzyne knows what those lines and the arch of those eyebrows mean. "Don't even think of doing that again, young lady. Did I just see you give her money?" Mother yanks her owl sunglasses back down over her angry eyes. Maxzyne hangs her head. Barely nodding, she zips her purse. "Could there be a more trying child than you? Don't encourage these people, Maxzyne. Besides, you are saving your allowance for a new outfit for your modern heroine doll." "But Mother, she gave me a picture of the dog. I'm calling her Polly for all the colors and I'm calling your father if you ever pull another stunt like that." She shakes her cell phone under Maxzyne's nose. "You can forget about swimming when we get home, too." "No way! You said I could break in my new swimsuit. You promised." "That was before you decided to run with the homeless," Mother snaps. Under her sunglasses, she pinches the bridge of her nose. She frowns. "But it's not fair," Maxzyne protests. "You said, and I said, actions have consequences. No, don't argue with me." She rubs her temple again, wincing. "Not now. You've given me a headache." "I never get to do anything fun," Maxzyne grumbles to herself. Her mother arches an eyebrow over the rim of her sunglasses. Then she thrusts a bag into Maxzyne's hands. "Here, make yourself useful and show some respect. That's quite enough out of you today," she warns. "We're going straight home and no more shenanigans. Got that?" Maxzyne nods. Her bottom lip covers the top one. That's a trick she uses to keep from saying anything more. No sense in making more trouble when she's already in trouble. And she knows she's in trouble when Mother starts talking about respect. Grown-ups, what about respect for 10-year-olds? Just because she has her head in the clouds most of the time doesn't mean she shouldn't have some independence. Instead, they're holding her back when she could be growing up. Silently, they walk the 1 block home. Under the L station, they wait for the light to change. Mother looks nervously at the pigeons in the iron rafters. She is afraid of bird droppings. Maxzyne watches 2 pigeons peck at a pretzel lying in the gutter. She imagines them arguing with each other. "I saw it first," the gray bird complains. He hops closer to the pretzel. "No way, it's mine." The smaller brownish-winged pigeon ducks his head. He swoops in for a crumb. The 2 face each other, flapping and squabbling. Finally, the gray bird flies off. "At least you're free to fly wherever you want," she thinks crossly. A cheery burst of music distracts her from the pigeons. On the far corner, a scruffy old man wearing battered shoes without socks plays an accordion. He is hoping for tips. Maxzyne thinks she must be the only person in the world who can hear him play. Nobody else even looks in his direction. She rocks back and forth on the edge of the curb, daydreaming again. Maybe he's sending me a secret message. It's in a musical language nobody else understands. What if he's telling the future or asking for help, or I know, he's giving me the secret coordinates for the Millennium Park money egg. Thrilled by this idea, Maxzyne gives the musician a bright smile. It earns her a dip of his stocking-capped head and another glare from Mother. She doesn't dare throw a quarter in the battered case lying open on the sidewalk beside his swollen red ankles. Instead, she turns away and the music grows slower as the light changes. Crossing Wabash Street, they continue on Randolph. They pass the silver torch sculpture commemorating 9/11. Then they turn onto Garland Court. On either side of the entrance to the towering green glass building where Maxzyne lives, freshly planted purple and yellow pansies dance in the chilly breeze beneath the curved awning. The smell of new mulch, thick and woodsy, fills the air. Excuse me. Mother pushes through the revolving door first. She pretends not to notice when Maxzyne sneaks in extra revolution. Once inside, the noise of the city is left behind. Jeffrey, the afternoon doorkeeper, rises to greet them from behind the lobby desk. "Hey there, Maxie. You doing something special for spring break?" He flashes his security card across a panel. It magically opens the glass doors leading to the steel bank of elevators. Maxzyne skips to the desk, swinging her shopping bag. "Hi, Jeffrey. We're going to Florida, I guess." She shrugs, fiddling with her purse strap. "Tomorrow." "You're going to miss that big Easter egg hunt in Millennium Park, aren't you? Heard there'll be $500 in one of them eggs, you know. Mayor hid it himself. I just read it in the Tribune." He suddenly notices Mother waiting at the door. "Oh, hey, need help with those bags, Mrs. Merriweather?" "No, thank you, Jeffrey. And those Easter eggs will be frozen if the weather's anything like today. So we're heading south where it's warm, aren't we, Maxzyne?" "Yeah, I guess." "Hey, Jeffrey, see what I got?" "Language, Maxzyne. See what I have," Mother corrects her. "Whatever," Maxzyne thinks, holding up the Poodle painting. She is definitely not allowed to answer back whatever, ever. That is considered very rude, but sometimes she thinks it. She can't help it. She looks up at Jeffrey. "It's that cool dog in the window at Crown's. Have you seen it? The one with polka dots?" "Hey, that's real nice." He nods approvingly. "Did you paint that?" "No, this lady, Maxzyne Merriweather, what did I tell you about needing to get ready for our trip?" Mother sails through the glass doors and into the receiving room to get their mail. Maxzyne jogs after her. The blue high tops squeak on polished marble as she waves goodbye to the friendly doorkeeper. "Hope you find the money egg, Jeffrey. Guess I'll find some seashells or something at the beach." "Okay, bring me back one of them sand dollars. You find one," he calls out, waving back. The glass door glides shut. Mother holds the elevator door open as the insistent buzzer warns its closing alarm. Clutching the painting, Maxzyne rushes past her. With a grin, she jams her finger on the button for the 21st floor. So that's the end of chapter 1. How are you liking this Maxzyne story so far? We have a little bit of a discussion guide in the back, and as we read a paragraph that we just heard in chapter 1, there are a few questions that go with it. Immediately, Mother's nose begins to twitch. Her lips purse tightly in annoyance. She grabs her daughter by the coat collar and begins to back away. But before Mother can get far enough, the homeless woman pulls a small painting from her bag. She pushes it into Maxzyne's hand. Mother strides off, dragging her daughter along. So tell what the word annoyance means to you. Tell why Mother might be annoyed by the homeless woman. What does the action of pulling Maxzyne away from the woman say about Mother's character? Explain why the homeless woman gave Maxzyne the small painting. Tell why she specifically chose to give it to Maxzyne. And finally, who is Maxzyne? What kind of a girl is she? So we're going to find out, aren't we, as we go through the chapters of this book. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to the next time. Before we go, I wanted to let you know that I love to hear from my readers, and if you have any questions about the books, the characters, Maxzyne, her adventure, writing, reading, please feel free to email me with your parents' permission at Maxzyne, you know how it's spelled, maxzyne.com. I'd love to hear from you. So till next time, keep reading and keep writing.